Okay, please forgive me because I always find genograms really, really difficult trying to do these on the computer. So I decided to draw mine. So we are going to start with Alex. He is basically our index client. So we are going to go over his 3 generations of wonderful family trauma. Okay, so we are going to start with his mom, Elaine. So Elaine is 56. She is alive and she is married to John. And so what I got from this, maybe it is best to kind of like go through. Let's start with Elaine. Let's go there. So Elaine is 58. Her parents are Louis, 76, and Joanne, 74. They are divorced. Louis suffered from suspected depression. Joanne had suspected alcohol abuse, and this kind of just made for a very difficult home life for Elaine. So you can see here I have, this is kind of like just hostile. That's what I was trying to get. So I know that these are sometimes like linked with violence and stuff like that. So I have them labeled so that we know. There is discord between both Joanne and Louis. So I put discord here between their relationship. And then this blue squiggly line as emotional abuse. Joanne was emotionally abusing Louis and she was emotionally abusing Elaine. I decided not to put any sisters or brothers in here because I thought that would get way too complicated. So also these boxes, these lines, this is like emotional control. So or controlling. So, you know, that was part of the emotional abuse. Joanne would suspectedly be getting drunk and becoming kind of hostile with both Louis and Elaine. And that would cause discord in the family. She was also extremely emotionally controlling to Elaine, and that is where Elaine learned how to be controlling herself, where she was using guilt to control her children and to control her husband. She's no longer really controlling Maria because Maria is cut off. I have the cutoff here between those two. But this basically has discourse now between John and Elaine herself, and there's also discourse between her and Alex. There's also some hostility from Alex to his parents from what he is emotionally going through, and also his mother's controlling nature, which creates a hostile environment. If we look at John's family, his dad, Clark, I can't really see it, but it's 89. He is a confirmed alcoholic abuser. And then his wife, Anne, who was 87, passed away and was suspected of depression. So there is an ex in their marriage. They were never divorced, but she is deceased now. There was violence in their home. There was violence towards John from Clark specifically. Clark was abusing John and abusing Anne, and there was physical abuse. So that's what that blue line is. So I know this looks messy. That's why I decided to draw it. So yeah, there was both physical and violent behavior happening in this family, and then also neglect of John, which made him emotionally distant. So I have the emotional abuse here for both Alex and Maria, and I think that's a better way to do it. I think I just like somehow stand on the lines, but regardless, John is now kind of emotionally distant. He is emotionally distant from his wife. That's why there's this discourse here. And Maria was just kind of like, you know what, if this is how my family dynamic is going to be, I'm going to cut everyone off. But I also think that is where John gets his lack of affection and, you know, really wanting Alex to succeed and be something better because he had all of this going on and he, in his mind, overcame it. So he wants Alex to do the same thing. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy in a sense. And I feel like Elaine learned these terrible habits from her mother, and she is using that to kind of try and control this whole situation, try and control the wheels from falling off. So that is the genogram that I have come up with. I love genograms because they're always a big giant mess, but I thought it would be better to go through it this way with you instead of trying to do this on the computer. So that is what I got. Thank you so much.